Hi, I'm Romy Maree. I have two current roles. One is the Group Head of Finance at Burstone Group, and the second one is the Treasurer at the SA REIT Association. True inclusion for me is when someone like me, a young girl from a small coloured community in Cape Town, can step into the boardroom and not have to shrink herself, to fit in. When I think about all the women that have mentored me over my time, a lot of them didn't have a lot, but they did everything they could to sort of push me and get the next woman to rise up, and that was very important. So we really move beyond tokenism when we are embedding in our hiring processes, our development, our policies, inclusivity, and so then, representation isn't a rare thing, it becomes a reality. Okay, so I think that women, we know what the power of opportunity really means, because we often are, having to fight just to be seen in any environment. So, in order to, push sustainable change in our various places that we are found, it comes through everyday actions. I would say that it's stuff like, helping someone register for university, helping them find a bursary, mentoring someone through their articles, sort of being that person to say, this is a difficult path, but I'll walk the path with you, because giving someone an outfit for their interview when they don't have something to wear, those are all things that gives that person a sense of you are worthy, you belong here, and you can make a difference. If everyone is doing that in their own way, in our own corners, then we can make a difference. We don't need to wait for sort of a big change, a big thing to happen to make change in your areas. That during my maternity leave, I created an initiative called the Treasury, and that initiative is basically to collect pre-loved business attire and donate that and give that to up-and-coming students or people who are early, entering into the finance community that maybe don't have enough. They don't have that thing that gives them the confidence in an interview. At the time, I thought it was a small, gesture to do something like that, but after the first person that I helped, came back and said, this was like such a small thing, but it made such a huge impact. They walked into the interview with confidence and they got the job, so that for me was really powerful. And I think it's an example of how small acts or small gestures can make a difference in someone's life. I would say to them that we need to invest in sort of the grassroots of access, and that means, providing the right type of education, providing access to internet, good quality teachers for our generation that's coming through, supporting female businesses, creating an educational structure that allows a woman to work and be a mother and be a woman and lead, in all those areas of her life, so that the next generation can come up. I think that a lot of our problems stem from our kids and our children, and so that's where I would want to invest, in the root of the next generation, planting seeds for their success. Emailed the wrong Romy, that's for sure. I don't know. I had to read it twice. Again, I think it would go back to, doing what we can at the educational level. So going into those communities, giving them access to the right sort of quality of education at early levels, so that they, have the best chance of going, making the most of their circumstances.